Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol VTL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame, and does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Crazy movement today, not only from a price action perspective, but you look down here at the volume, and by far the biggest volume this chart has had for quite a while. So a lot of eyeballs on this one, and this one's kind of sketchy because sure, the price did make a great move, but then also the price had a pretty deep pullback, but it wasn't quite a crash. So there's a lot of kind of gray area on this chart, and shady. That's kind of a good word to represent this. But what I want to do here is focus on a single level, and that's going to help us hopefully make this a little bit more black and white and remove some of the gray. And that's here at 32 cents. Why is 32 cents important? Well, let's look at a couple different scenarios. I'm not saying this will happen, but one scenario is, well, what happens if the price comes down to 32, breaks below it, and then just continues on down? At that point in time, that would literally be putting the price right back inside of that range where it was before the big move started. And essentially, that would put it at pump and dump status, meaning the price made an awesome move, and then within a relatively short amount of time, the price is literally right back to where it all started. Again, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's one potential of, if the price is going back to where it was, just not a sign of genuine strength at all. Whereas on the flip side of things, maybe the price pulls back here, but in this situation, does something like this and then starts to work its way back upwards. What would you have here? Well, you'd have a set of lows at that point. You'd have these lows down there. If you picture each one of those as stair steps, well, hey, now you have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And that's the sign of something with true strength, right? Bullish movements make progress over time. So let's see if the price can make progress or not. So at the core, 32 cents is kind of a vocabulary definer, meaning is the price going back, which of course is associated with bearishness, or is the price making progress, which is associated with bullishness? So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, 32 cents, in my mind at least, is going to definitely be a very kind of clarifying area on whether or not this chart is actually bullish or currently bearish. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.